Hey everyone, this is June from Turning Point Life Investment, and this video is for the week ending in July 18th, 2009. Okay, of course, the biggest news this week was this humongous rally that we had. Like the title of my video said this week, you expect the unexpected. I think I mentioned last week that even though, yes, we did break the neckline of this head and shoulder, you still want to have some sort of contingency or some alternative plan just in case it never falls through according to this head and shoulder patterns. And that's exactly what happened this week. This head and shoulder never followed through. Instead, we got this humongous rally that surpassed this previous high right here around 93. Well, let's talk a little bit about what happened from a psychological point of view. Let's take away a little bit of the studies here. So, um, I think a lot of people were watching this head and shoulders. You hear it on the news. Sometimes when things are a little too obvious, it never really pans out according to plan. So, what happened? A lot of, I guess, retail mom and pops, when they saw this neckline break, they were shorting the market. They were caught short. Uh, Stocks or even buying puts. I mean, heck, even I bought some puts here, but right around this level right here. So when the market produced this huge rally, I believe this was Monday. A lot of these people who got caught shorting the market, are losing money right now. So they're in pain. They're suffering. Each of us has our own level of pain tolerance. Some can only tolerate a certain level of pain, while others can tolerate a lot. Okay, so it really depends on your personality. So that's really what happened with this rally. You got a lot of short covering. Those who shorted the market here, as soon as it went against them, well, you know what? They can only take so much pain before they have to buy the cover. So when they buy the cover, that adds on to the fuel, that adds on to the fire that fueled this rally higher and higher. And as each subsequent resistance level gets broken and broken, stops get hit, and as a result, right, it's like a snowball effect where, okay, yes, each stop gets hit higher and higher. They're forced to get cover their shorts, and as a result, this rally continue a little bit longer than I anticipated. Okay, just to let you know, side note, this candlestick here on Thursday is incorrect for some reason. It was plotted that way by my broker, but it should be a white candlestick here on Thursday. So looking at the pattern, is this head and shoulders broken? Technically, it's not exactly broken yet until what we surpass the head. If it's able to surpass the head, then yes, we can say that this head and shoulder is broken. But a lot of people are calling for a double right shoulder, just similar to what we have with a double left shoulder. So, you really have to ask yourself, are you just saying that because you still have some short positions, or are you overly bearish on the market that you won't refuse to see that maybe the head and shoulder is no longer a viable pattern? Or do you actually have some legitimate reason to believe that, okay, this is still a relatively valid pattern for this head and shoulder to exist? A lot of times when we are holding positions, we get a little bit biased. Who wouldn't be, right? If I'm holding shorts, of course I want the market to go down, right? And vice versa. So, but at the same time, you still need to be able to make non-biased decisions on the market. If critical resistance levels are being broken, then you can be as bearish as you want, but the market's not going to give it to you, right? You're going to start losing money. Okay, and that's not the type of trading that we want to get into, right? We want to get into the trading where, okay, it's not about being right, it's about making money and protecting your cash. So anyway, like I said, is this still a valid head and shoulders being played out? Yeah, technically it is, until it's able to break above 96. So will I hold my breath? Then probably not. Okay, so as far as right now, personally, I think we could probably get a retest of this broken trend line right here. I do expect some kind of pullback, given that the market has been up pretty much the whole week. Nothing goes straight up forever, right? So I do expect some kind of pullback, maybe in the low 90s, maybe even back here to this trend line around 91-ish. And there's a huge gap right here, and gaps always make great support and resistance. So here's the thing: if buyers come in at this level and push the market higher, I would be a buyer right here. Okay, as long as support levels hold right here, sure, I will be buying, because why? Now we're starting to buy on the dips. Okay, so you always want to follow what the current market trend is doing and not really so much about what you want it to do. Okay, slapping on the indicators really doesn't tell me a whole lot. Stochastic doesn't tell me anything, neither does the MACD nor the moving averages. So you know what, we'll just go ahead and ignore them. Going into the VIX, we're seeing some lower lows with the VIX. Okay, this 50-day moving average, I mentioned before, watch out for this 50-day moving average because it's been acting as pretty strong resistance for the VIX. So not until the VIX is able to break above it, then can we have some more selling pressure coming into the market. But as far as right now, it's telling me that this whole thing is consolidating for the VIX. It's slowly creeping its way lower and lower, meaning that the market's getting a little more complacent, a little more bullish, a little too bullish. I don't think we've hit that level where it's extremely bullish, where the boat is about to tip, but I think we're going to get there if the market continues higher. Going back to the market, like I said, the level to watch for is 96, give or take. If that breaks above it, then you know that this head and shoulder is no longer valid, and we're probably gonna try to hit 100 from that point on. But as far as next week, I do expect some kind of pullback somewhere around the 90s. I expect, doesn't mean it will do, but we'll just go and shoot for these levels as far as any type of pullbacks. And if it does hold around here, just make sure that support's going to hold. If it does, then I'll start nibbling at some longs or some calls around this level here.